Hello and welcome to the MegaMonsterCast, where today we are talking about Ultraman Orb, episode 9. I
The
am,
Imposter Blues.
yeah, yep. I am Nick. With me are Alex and Josh.
Hello there.
The flying bean has returned.
Also,
Not the flying bean.
Alex,
Tell
fun
me this
thing.
ship doesn't look like a flying bean,
It's like a peanut, right?
Mm,
which is part of the bean family.
It's a
yeah,
legume.
legume. Also, Alex, something I learned about Josh yesterday.
Oh, we're
Josh
sharing
got
personal secrets.
Josh got really Josh got a
Oh
little
yeah.
bit upset about the fact that I mentioned what the name of the next episode is because he doesn't know it.
Yeah, the way I'm watching it, it's literally just listed as Ultraman Orb episode 10, 11, 12.
Oh, you're not getting titles?
No, I don't get titles.
He's not watching on Tubi.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm doing it
see.
the correct way.
See, but oh, okay. Wow, shots fired.
hmm
Again, like you can't buy that. I'm not buying it from Chainsaw Man. You can't be buying it from Ultraman Orb.
No, Chainsaw Man's never leave me wrong.
Are you saying you've been on point with all of the predictions in Chainsaw Man? You saw all of this coming.
Yeah, I saw
That might say
every.
more about you than I think you admit.
Is that
So
a
anyway,
good thing or a bad thing?
I don't know. Let us know in the comments.
yeah, get in the
Eh,
comments. So,
Oh god.
uh, our space mafia is back, and
Meanwhile, at
Our
the Legion
space
of Doom.
yakuza.
yep, they're talking about bringing down Orb, and the big thing is people believe in him, and that's why he's powerful.
His bond with humanity.
Yep. So
How
I dig that.
dare he?
they wanted to try to destroy that bond. So they bring in a ringer,
A
alien,
shapeshifter,
yep,
even.
alien Babalu.
He really gives me Bumblebee Lady from Blazar as some of the past ones vibe.
Yeah, he's definitely one of the human butt aliens. Yeah,
They really have a thing for like doing their aliens in black and gold.
I mean it's a good color scheme. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
Also, we see that when he pulls on his mask a little bit, he transforms into a human-sized orb. That's important. Our next scene, however, is more important because it is the driving force for everything Guy has to do for the entire episode.
Food.
Yeah.
Yep. Jeddah bought him 2 hamburgers, which means Guy is now his slave.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, man. That hamburger looked good.
Honestly, they did look like good burgers.
You gotta work off that debt, though.
Mm.
And we found out we now have a new invention of an AI assistant.
Yep, the AI Naomi.
The the uh the plot thickens.
I love that it's just like her being kind of like overbearing is the AI.
Go wash your face and hands.
Yep.
Yeah, literally, this shows a lack of understanding from the trainer of the AI. Like that, that's not a very broad application of the training set. I'm just saying.
Oh,
I'm
he's
just
gonna kill.
saying.
I mean,
I will say,
He should maybe learn a little bit more about machine learning.
considering Naomi says something and then the AI immediately says the exact same thing afterwards.
Okay, but how often I don't know if you've interacted with any of the LLMs that are available today, like GPT or Claude or Gemini,
Mhm.
so on and so forth. But you can manipulate them pretty easily too.
all I want to say is there's some hella like foreshadowing in this scene because when they back off to Jeddah doing the most annoying thing possible, blowing bubbles in his soda and diffusing, like making the carbonation go away, there's a heart light right above Guy and Naomi. They're in love, confirmed here. And you can't tell me any different.
I mean, you're probably right.
You're saying confirmed.
Confirmed right now in this scene
Okay.
because of the heart light.
The heart light.
Yep.
All right. Yep. Sure. Uh,
Look it up.
but we go out into the world because Ultraman Orb has shown up.
The heart light is so in the background.
Guy is like, I'm over here.
Yep. Yeah,
Why am I over there if I'm here?
I love it. Like he's got his food and he looks up, he sees Orb and he just drops it onto his plate.
And he's like, oh no.
That's not
But
supposed to work.
Jenna's a dick here though.
Oh, I love
No,
I
this
love
is such a Jedi episode.
Oh, it's his episode. It is 100% his episode. We
She
learned so
can't do
much
the
about him
thing.
in this episode. But yeah, I love first of all, you know it's Jetta's episode when he's the one that gets to say the something search people line.
Yeah, that's the part where it's like he's a dick here. He took that away from her.
Yep.
Huge giveaway.
Yep. And then he stops Guy from transforming himself. Because now that Guy owes him, now that he's given Guy 2 hamburgers, Guy is his cameraman for the rest of the week.
You gotta pay off your debt.
Yep.
I mean, that had to be one heck of a hamburger. Like, that's White Castle level hamburger. God, I miss White Castle.
God, you might not have ever been more wrong.
First of all, White Castle is delicious.
No.
I feel like this is like a small diner quality burger where it's like it's a good burger that you're not gonna get at like fast food restaurants.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like they.
So you're saying White Castle's better? I agree.
So, I
Put
love
it down in
that.
the comments.
Yep, I love that.
Don't do
Babalu's
that.
getting ready to like cause havoc, and then Teleston shows up. Teleston, not Nezutron. They might have the same body. They are different monsters.
We're not gonna talk about it.
What?
Yep.
A stupid face.
I love it. Teleston's so dumb looking.
God, his eyes are so stupid.
He looks like a flatworm that has too much confidence. Yeah.
That many fat rolls, it looks like me going to the public pool.
So I also love that like Babalu's like, hey, there's a kaiju here, and Don Nostra's like, oh, yeah, that's not really part of our plan. I don't know what to tell you, man.
Deal with it, please.
Yep. And then we get okay. So I'd normally say we get good fights in this show. Like maybe not like amazing fights, but good fights. This is an intentionally bad fight, and I love it.
They really play up how technique less Ultraman Orb is in this moment. Like they
With him
really draw a
slapping him?
distinction between this style of fighting and Ultraman Orb's other appearances.
Yep.
So I think they did pretty well there.
Oh yeah. Like he is intentionally not a good fighter.
Yeah, but I mean, he had to do a pretty good job with just slapping him around.
Oh yeah.
That he just has to run away.
Yep. Also, you got to remember he technically becomes a hero because he accidentally blocks a fireball attack. No, fire breath attack. We've got those two kids who Guy runs over to save. And then he kind of gets in the way of the attack that was meant for them. And Jetta's like, oh, check it out. He's blocking the attack. He's saving the kids.
True American hero.
It just, I think here they're showing like it really depends on how you see an event.
Yep.
Yeah, it's all about POV.
And then he goes away. And Jetta's like, oh, this time I'm going to actually catch Orb. I know every other time I've failed to catch him. This time I'm going to find out who he really is.
Even though he's already said who he was in like 6 episodes ago.
Yep. So then he runs off, and Babalu transforms into this dude who looks like a fucking Yakuza. He's got
Not
a
even
fuck.
just like a Yakuza. It looks like a
I-
Yakuza from the Yakuza games.
Yep.
I loved his outfit.
Yep. That fucking tracksuit. It is peak levels of, oh, this is what humans dress like. And when Jetta talks to him, he introduces himself as Baba Ryuji, which Jetta immediately is like, oh, that's a fake name. I get why you're giving me a fake name. You can't tell me your real name because you're a hero and you got to keep a secret identity.
I done seen you.
Okay, so I know he's like wearing like a jumpsuit, but the color scheme on it reminds me of Goro from Yakuza.
Yeah, I could see that.
Goro. Interesting.
He has the exact same like pattern almost.
Goro's a fun character.
He's so fun.
Yeah. So Jetta promises to keep his secret. Keep that in mind because he breaks it immediately.
Yeah, he does.
So we get like a cut to Jetta. Well, first Babalu's going to keep working on the plan. Then we get Jetta listening to the news, and he's happy and smiling, and that's creeping Naomi out because Jetta does not get to be happy.
No, how dare he be happy?
I mean, no, I'm going to side with Naomi on this one. He gets to be happy when he's a functioning member of society that contributes to their household.
What are you talking about? He makes beautiful blogs.
That
Or
he gets
vlogs.
flamed on constantly.
He needs this moment to feel good about himself.
Yep. And then Jetta has like an aside with guys like, hey, I used to think that you were Orb, but now I know who the real Orb is. And guys like
But I can't tell you.
yep, guys like really disturbed by all like it's just one thing after another this episode where he's like, man, this is a real fucking weird week so far.
Real.
Guys just literally just puckered up the whole time, just like,
Wait,
Like all the times we see him like watching in the background,
yeah.
like it's 100% him like, fuck, I need to figure out how much they know.
do they know me?
Is though.
I can't know much.
No, it's fucking great. And again, Jetta forces Guy to come with him to be his cameraman because he still owes him for those 2 burgers that he bought. This does raise the question: how much do you think those 2 burgers cost?
Man,
At least
I don't know the exchange rate, but we're getting
2,000
screwed
yen
over
apiece.
here.
I'd say like these look like higher end. I'd say like $15, probably, right? Like, those look real good.
For one, maybe.
Yeah,
if it
like
was like
15 each. 15 each. So we're looking
like
at like
a full
30.
and I'm thinking that's a full meal. If you just had like 2 burgers a la carte, you could probably get like 15 to 20 bucks.
You got to remember he had fries with him too, though. So
Yeah, and a drink.
yeah. So let's say maybe like
When was this made? This is
2016.
Okay, so roughly the same economic levels.
Yeah. I don't know how hard it is to get beef in Japan though. Like, I feel like
I
beef's
have
got to be a
no
little more
idea.
expensive.
I mean, we consider Japanese beef the highest quality beef, so they
Mhm.
must have at least some access to Wagyu.
Yeah.
But
Again, though,
I don't think they're eating Wagyu though.
no, probably not.
Not probably in that sandwich, no.
They're probably paying like Five Guys price.
Again, I'd say like maybe like $15 each burger, a little more with the fries and the drink too. Let's say like maybe $40 altogether. So Jeddah has enslaved Guy over a $40 bill. Jeddah has
Worth
taken
it.
his freedom from him over $40.
You have to work off
I
your
love
debt.
how it's all the way to enslavement.
You either
It's
become a cameraman or you become a prostitute to work
yep,
this off.
yep. You gotta pick one, Guy. Which one's it gonna be?
This is not Chainsaw Man.
It is now.
uh, I mean, we get a real creepy looking monster with some gross parts to it in this episode, so I'm willing to buy it.
Oh yeah, we do.
Yeah, so now they go off and Babalu is walking along the street talking about how he's going to attack the defense force because that's what Don Nostra wants him to do. And he walks by Uncle, and Uncle's like is walking along. He's like, "Wait, what the fuck did that guy just say?" And he turns around. He's like, "Hey, like, what are you talking about right now? That you're like going to crush things and attack the defense force? Like, you can't just say that shit in public." Now I
I
have
thought
to.
this was America.
Now I have to
it's
search
it's
you.
totally not America.
I mean,
Time to get
he
frisked.
he is making
Oh shit.
terrorist threats. He does get frisked. He makes terrorist threats and then immediately
He
gets
doesn't get
frisked.
frisked though.
Yeah,
He gets stopped and frisked.
yeah,
That happens in this episode.
yeah. No, he is 100% frisked. Uncle
And then they
stops
run
him.
from the law.
Yep. Well, no,
Breaking the law, breaking the law.
first Jeddah lies to Uncle and says that they were high school friends.
He's covering for him. It's cool. It's cool, bro.
Yeah, dude, like he and I are tight, and you and I are tight, right? So you should let
I
him go.
I wholeheartedly believe that he didn't believe Jeddah at all, but he saw Guy there and he was like, "Oh, hi, Guy,"
No, see, I think
and they just ran off.
I think that he didn't believe Jeddah, but he was like, shit, I do want Jeddah to think I'm cool.
Now
I
I
do
think
care.
we've gone all the way to slandering Uncle.
I do care about my reputation with my niece and her friends over my family.
Yeah.
Okay, this is definitely slander.
I mean, just
Just
wait.
wait.
Yeah. So then Jeddah takes Babalu off to meet up with those kids that he saved. Except it's not just those kids; it's like a ton of kids, and now he has to give them like motivational speeches. I I love I love that he's like really bad and uncomfortable at the idea of like hyping these kids up to follow their dreams.
I love the point of like, can I become a hero like you, like an Ultraman? He's like, unlikely.
Yep, just like that doesn't seem right. And then Jed is like, no, like you got to believe in yourself and like all these other
Believe it.
things. And like it's basically Jeddah coaching Babalu through like giving these kids wholesome answers to their questions. Like you got to make sure that they like eat their vegetables and stuff.
Who's gonna eat your bell peppers?
hmm And then later on, Jeddah gives Babalu like a bunch of presents that the kids gave him, like a lot of drawings of Ultraman Orb and stuff. And then we get like a flashback to Jeddah as a kid wanting to be a hero.
and breaks his arm and face.
We also get the biggest reveal of this episode.
His father?
No, the fact that Jeddah is not his name.
Oh,
His
that's right.
his
Is-
name is Zenta.
Zamazinta?
His name is Zenta. His name is not Jeddah. He just tells people to call him that. His name is Zenta.
Oh, I totally missed that.
Yeah,
I
no,
did
his
too.
dad calls him Zenta. I
When was
stopped
that reviewed?
when
After he jumped off the playground.
yeah, I stopped, looked it up on the Ultraman wiki to see if I had if there was a fuck up on the subtitles. No, his name is Zenta. He just goes by Jeddah.
I just believe he has a speech impediment and he couldn't say his own name, so he's just like, yeah, Jeddah.
Yep. And he gets like some advice from his dad. Is like, yeah, you gotta like make people happy and shit. That's how you become a hero.
Aw.
And we get one of many scenes of guys standing in the distance, just listening to their conversations, trying to figure out what to do.
God, do they know?
100.
Obviously not, because they're idiots.
Up.
All of them.
So I do think that Guy is wondering whether or not he should kill Babalu.
Or Jeddah.
Yep. I mean, I
It's
think
like,
he's thought about that a
I
lot.
could, thousands of years of keeping this secret. Two idiots that I see right in front of me. Infinite power.
I don't have to pay off that burger.
Yep.
Oh, you'd be debt free the minute you unleashed the.
Yep. The Sparian Ray, and then well, they're all dead. I don't have to worry about shit anymore.
But
That guy keeps. That guy's
But it's a
pretending to be
spirit
me.
bomb situation, so Jeddah just survives because
Yep.
he's pure of heart.
Well, didn't y'all tell me that some of the Ultramen are not pure of heart?
There's many, yes.
Yeah, but this one is.
We've already seen a picture of one of them.
We don't know that Guy is pure of heart.
Yes, we do. Otherwise, why would he call himself Guy? You're
Uh,
telling me a guy whose name was like, you'd be like, hey, guy, what's up? That's my
I
guy.
don't know about Guy, man.
You also have to remember he lost his original form. Just saying.
Because he was so pure of heart that he just couldn't handle it.
Yep.
Speaking of which, every episode I genuinely love that every time he summons an Ultraman, they have like an emote. It's like Ultraman, and,
Yep.
and it gives like the expression as the Ultraman is summoned, and they're all different. And I really dig it.
Okay. Okay, so like minor spoiler, but like a duh spoiler. He does get more forms as the show goes on.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, I'm very
Finally.
excited for that because you kind of, I guess maybe in like 3 or 4 episodes back, you kind of made me think that it was gonna be prefaced on like these 3 main forms and that's it. Like
Okay.
I'd like a little bit more experimentation. There's only what 80 years, 60 years, some odd of Ultraman to lean upon.
67?
Yep.
66?
Yeah, 65, I think.
So
'cause
close to 60 years now,
yeah.
or more than 60 years.
Yeah. So, I mean, do you want to know how many forms he gets in the show? He gets more forms beyond the show. Do you want to know how many forms he gets in this show?
Yes.
I guess so.
5.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's less than I wanted.
it's kind of
That,
like
or I think you mean fewer, but yeah, that's fewer than I wanted.
No.
5 in the
I'm
show.
in the Midwest. This is perfect English.
5 in the show, 3 in the expanded 4 in the expanded materials. So you
Okay.
get like 4 other forms in live action stuff, but not in his show itself.
Yes, I was gonna say we need to see more forms.
Yep.
Give me saying God, okay?
Yep. And then anyway, so you got
Oh, you don't want to have that conversation again?
no. No, well you get 2 more forms during this series, and I think you'll really like the next form a lot too.
Okay, because
The next
I'm big fan of Burn.
Burnmite grew on me a lot over the last few years. Like when I first saw it, I didn't like it, but I'm into it now. The next
I
form I
love it.
genuinely like. The next form, like, I liked from the get-go of seeing it.
All right, I'm very excited then.
Mhm.
Let's
And
go.
anyway, so now we get Babalu back in the base, back in the ship, and he's looking at all these pictures of Orb that the kids drew
This
for
is
him.
this is after he had that like touching conversation with Jeddah.
Yep.
Yes.
And
See, like this is oddly like such a heartwarming show sometimes. Like,
yep.
and a little bit lefty because we get like the climate crisis is a kind of overarching um motif, not only in this Ultraman but in Arc as well. Actually,
So I will say again, you're really gonna like Guy's next form, because there's some stuff that goes on with that too. I think you're gonna
let's fucking go, man!
that.
I am all about it.
I mean, honestly, I think you'll like both of his other forms in this series. Like, there's a
It's
lot that goes on.
communism, Ultraman.
Yep. No, he
Well,
has.
and I kind of really dug this the motif of this episode where it was, well, it felt very Last Jedi, where everybody, if you want to be a hero, you can be a hero.
I will
My
unless you're an
motivations can
Achilles.
change throughout the episode. I thought the imposter blues was gonna go differently than this. I didn't expect them to pivot from the imposter so quickly into more of a character episode. And I kind of really dug the subtext of this. So this was like really kind of right up my alley.
Yeah. I think it kind of does like like he pretends to become a hero and then he actually becomes a hero. And I dig
Yeah,
that.
it felt almost like Disney Pixar
Yeah.
level.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, this is almost arc level like of happiness.
True. Yeah. So
I hate it.
I love the Knackle shows up and he's like, "You're a fucking
You're just not
weirdo."
allowed to have fun, are you?
The best villain in the show.
Knackle, you're a fucking weirdo. God damn it.
I
Oh,
hate you.
another thing. Oh, I'll bring this up at the end because this is another thing we
I
talked about.
uh
Anyway, go for it.
I was gonna say I really liked the second monster.
Oh yeah. Oh, what's his name? Cherubim.
This
Yeah.
Yeah, the second kaiju was great, and
Yep.
I loved the actor that portrayed them, and the way that they portrayed them, except for they didn't have to make the clearly what should have been rigid fingernails flopsy mopsy.
I was gonna say he has. Do you know Salad Fingers? Yeah,
Yeah,
he's got salad finger
fingers for
fingers.
sure.
Yep, yep,
Yeah, you're right.
yep, yep. I wrote that down in my notes. I wrote down Juggler
I did
summons
not,
Cherubim with his salad fingers.
dude, I
With
did
the
not make
salad
that connection until just now. That is amazing.
Yep,
Well played.
yep.
Holy shit. He is salad fingers for sure.
Oh yeah.
My rusty spoons.
Oh god, they're so floppy. It's so fucking like it's.
Yeah, but like the actor that portrays this kaiju like goes to town on Ultraman,
Yep.
and the Ultraman imposter, he's just like excited the whole time. I'm gonna whip your ass. It's
Whoop your
it's
ass.
so good.
Yep. Well, because this is probably like, oh god, I gotta fight this thing. Ugh. Holy shit, I'm kicking his ass. I'm into this. Like, if
Like
you were summoned.
it does like a drop kick halfway through that I'm just like,
Yep.
go.
Oh yeah, no, like this is
Well, this
100%.
monster clearly thought he just beat an Ultraman, so
Yeah.
he's like, I'm the strongest in the universe.
Oh, yeah,
He's
He's
Frieza
just like,
right here.
everybody can be hero this week.
Now I'm your hero. Fucking
Look
worship
at
my salad
fingernails.
fingers.
As he
I
just
didn't
squashes the children.
Yep.
see, yeah. See, like when in my notes, I don't have salad fingers though. Looking back on that, that was the obvious choice.
hmm
I was literally just like, "Damn, where'd you get your nails did?"
Yep.
And they were literally longer than the fingers. It
No,
was such a cool design, but then like it was executed in rubber suit format, and I was like, "Oh no, It could have been so like
No.
this is a moment where I'm sorry. I am sorry, but I think this could have benefited from some supplemental CG.
I can
Never.
tentatively agree with that. I think a little bit of like soft
Supplemental.
CG here and there is good.
Only supplemental. Like
Yeah.
I don't think that they could have like if you were to go to the full commitment of Arc to do like miniatures, I feel like looking back on this costume design, you would have almost made a like solid epoxy glove instead of a rubber glove that had flex.
Yeah, but that
But
would
that
cost
might have
more.
constricted the choreography. I don't know. I feel like some decisions were made here, and they could have shortened the fingernails by a half or maybe 3/4, and it still would have looked intimidating
Or
and
by
wouldn't have
like a
gone like
solid foot.
Yeah,
just
I can agree with that.
just a thought. Like you could have gone like one of two ways back out of this. The point was made though, and I really enjoyed it. This was one of my favorite kaiju in Orb thus far, and we've had a lot of really good ones.
Oh yeah, no, like it's a
A
fantastic
lot.
one. It is. Orb
I
has a
just
lot
really
of really
dug
good
the
ones.
attitude. This kaiju is like, I'm here to fuck you up, and I'm gonna keep doing it.
Yep. But yeah, awesome fight. I love it. I also
Yes.
love when Babalu reverts back to his original form, and the kids are like still cheering him on.
We don't care. We still support you. We know who you are inside. Like
And then we
that
get a
was
very
really
clear shot of the zipper.
Dude, again, you just kind of have to accept that. It's like when
yeah.
you
You
can see
go
the
like
gap in
I've
the
already let
fin.
go of the zipper. I've already let go of the zipper. I don't
No,
give a
I can never let go.
Josh, you've
shit.
seen the gap
You
in the fin so many times by this point.
I
dude, you
know.
know
And I love it every time.
Yep.
suspension of disbelief. Come on, it's
Yep.
okay.
No.
But I actually really dug that because
Then you have to disbelieve the science.
no, I don't.
Yes, you
No,
do.
that's a separate subject altogether. How dare you?
No, it's the
Anyway.
same.
No, there's a point to be made here. There's a like if you're gonna involve. Oh, you done sidetracked me now.
Yep.
Okay.
Anyway, Alex, go
So,
back to the point you were gonna make.
no,
I know how to get
we'll
them
have
going.
this discussion later.
Yep.
No, we'll forget.
I liked the. No, I'll remember. I'm gonna write it down. I liked that the kids still supported Babalu in his imposter form or out of his imposter form rather,
Mhm.
because it kind of I don't know it lent that message that it doesn't matter your background, everybody can redeem themselves, everybody's available to change. Like it was very wholesome and like this character had been struggling with being accepted. He felt like he was born into this role as the species that he is. I think he calls
Is
himself
it born
a
under
dark
a dark
alien,
star?
Yep.
or
Yeah. He was,
born under a dark star. Exactly.
yep.
So I thought that this was really a really good moment for them not to hedge because this could have been a really easy moment for them to be like, oh no, he's not Ultraman Orb. Run! Be afraid! Be afraid! Oh no, they still don't accept me. And you could have gone on that narrative. But the idea that the kids were accepting um the whole narrative around this episode is acceptance in that way and the ability to take up the mantle of someone. Like it doesn't matter your past, you can be present today and change who you are today. I thought it was really wholesome and they didn't hedge their bets on it and committed to the bit. I really liked it about this episode.
Well, you
And
also.
and I like that I thought the imposter of the imposter blues was going to be more of the antagonist of the episode as opposed to like a secondary protagonist.
I'd make the argument he's the main protagonist of this episode. Like
Yeah.
Jeddah,
Oh yeah.
like he and Jeddah share the protagonist role this episode.
Yeah, they are definitely the focus, but I expected I didn't expect him to end up on the good guy side, and the way the episode ends ultimately just I really like whoever
Yep.
wrote this episode was on point.
I should look that up too, because I
I wonder
imagine.
if they wrote how many they wrote of the other ones because we discussed that about the Doctor Who run, and I think that the writer or the main showrunner really makes a big difference in how each individual episode breaks down.
1 second, I'm looking up now who wrote it. Takao Nakano. Let's see what series he's written on. He wrote
Or,
for the
or how
second.
much of Orb has he written?
Okay, so he wrote 4 episodes of Orb. He wrote the Sunset Wanderer, which is, I believe, is this the, yeah, it's the first episode. He wrote the first episode. He wrote the Forbidden Forest, the
Oh,
the
we
one we
we
really liked.
all of us like
Yeah.
that one.
Yep. He wrote this one, and then he wrote The Wandering Sun, which is the last episode.
No, he gets the finale.
Yep.
Oh, this I have high hopes then.
Yep.
Because we've all enjoyed every episode that he's written thus far. And if you're gonna give this writer the climax, yeah, it's gonna be good.
Josh, he also wrote Betwixt Morn and Dusk for Blazar, the Gavadon
That must be a good
episode.
episode.
They were.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was a good
There's
episode.
there's not a bad episode of Blazar to begin
Mm.
with, unless you count the
The PAG episodes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Any of the clip shows.
Yeah. One of them was really good.
Well, yeah, one of them, yeah, they were good, but it's not
I'm just
like
not really sold on the
Ooh.
idea of the clip shows, honestly.
There's one that's really solid. If you use it in a way where it furthers the story, it works. But half the
Yeah,
time
Well,
they don't.
doesn't it? Oh, but okay. Let me just push back just for a second because yeah, that makes the clip shows more impactful. But doesn't that alienate the audience in kind of a similar way as people felt about like the Book of Boba Fett? Like, oh well, to enjoy Mandalorian season 3, you have to consume this offshoot. Like maybe I don't know about clip shows and I just watched the season proper.
Oh, also
I mean,
he wrote the Orb movie that takes place after the series, and he wrote the.
Was there 2 movies or 1 thus
There's
far?
only one movie for Orb, but there's also like they did like
3
a web
miniseries.
mini. Yeah. He
Oh,
also
okay.
wrote the Blazar movie too.
Oh, this guy is prolific.
He's honestly he looks like he's like had a lot of like heavy hitting episodes for New Gen Ultra. Yeah, he's had like
Nice.
a
Okay.
bunch of he's had a bunch he's worked on almost every he didn't work on Geed, which is a little weird, but he worked on the second season of Ginga, he worked on X, he worked on Orb, Rube, Taiga, Zet. He didn't work on Trigger, which is probably for the best because Trigger sucked. He worked on Decker and he worked on Blazar. Yeah. No, this dude has like
Huh.
this guy has some like heavy hitting chops when it comes to writing. Yeah. Let's
That's
see.
cool.
But
I'm
also-
really digging it so far.
Like the one good clip show episode was also disguised as a character development episode.
Oh.
Yeah. Guy transforms into Orb and saves Babalu.
He finally finds a moment to do it because he's
Yep.
tried once already.
Because Jedda's finally away.
Yep. Jed is hanging out with the
Up his
kids.
ass.
Yep. So he
He's finally
transforms.
paid off.
So he transforms into Spacium Zaperian, fights. Then he switches to Hurricane Slash and
Oh,
defeats him.
man. I think original Ultraman's emote is my favorite
Mhm.
because it's like a
Yep.
like it's very like visceral, just
Yep.
as opposed to just you know. I really dig it. I love the transformation scenes in Orb. Like I dig this season or this what do you
You
this
could say,
run
yeah,
this run
yeah, I would say season, run, or series all work.
This series, yeah.
Yeah.
I think Ultraman Orb is by far my favorite of any I've seen so far. Of course, this is the farthest I've gotten into any season
Yeah.
or series of Ultraman.
That's fair.
You still
So,
are going to
so
be forced to watch Blazar.
not forced. I'm looking forward to it.
You
I don't want to
definitely
give the impression that I don't want to.
you should watch all that before we finally get the movie in English.
Oh, okay. Bet.
It's
Is it
coming out
confirmed that we're
sometime
gonna?
later
For
Oh,
this
is it
Blazar?
year.
confirmed it was going to be in English?
Yeah, no, didn't I
So
posted that.
we're getting a dub of
Yeah,
Blazar.
you told you posted that it
Yeah,
was
no,
finally the movie was getting a Blu-ray release. I
yeah.
didn't realize it was all English dubbed.
I think they're bringing over the
Ooh.
English too.
So
Ooh.
are we doing our usual split where I watch the English
Uh,
and y'all watch the subs?
I'll probably watch it twice, honestly. I'll probably watch it in both. Like, I've been looking forward to that movie.
It looked. So,
I
the
hope that
previews looked so good.
can I just like
'Cause I need to know if he dies or not.
I just want Ultraman Rising to have set a tone.
Mhm.
I hope that sets a level of quality or storytelling or some combination that continues, because I thought that Ultraman Rising was a fantastic film, like 9 out of 10 easy for me.
Mhm.
Uh and I think that the you know that with like the legendary run of Godzilla and all that, like I can imagine money, stupid, silly money being thrown at Ultraman and it becoming a cultural thing for Americans. I
I mean,
I really like the way that the like the tone that they're setting with like Ultraman Rising. I want more of that,
Yeah,
and
we
I
still
hope that
can't get.
if we get Blazar's film to be that good at storytelling and that much fun to watch, good choreographing of fights,
Oh,
good
it's so good.
Mhm.
investment in the characters, good drama. Um, I think we might be able to really move that property over here in a way that Power Rangers still hasn't.
I mean, I will say, so it was like, I think only one night, but they did put out the Shin Man movie in theaters here.
Yeah,
The Shin Man.
Shin Ultraman.
it's the same thing like they
Oh,
did with Godzilla. They had a like 1 day, 1 night review of Shin Godzilla, which I
Yeah.
luckily got to do.
did
To
that
be a part
not
of.
did Shin Godzilla not get wide publication here in the States?
No,
No.
I got
God,
one night.
it's just underneath -1.
It the best thing, Alex. It was a night that I had to basically like I opened and you closed.
Oh my God, it was that long ago?
Yeah, you closed for me that night, and I rushed to go see it.
God, I feel like I almost remember that. Holy shit. Well, shit, I'm glad I closed for you then.
It was amazing to see in
I would have
theaters.
gone with you, but Sean.
Fucking Sean, goddamn
Anyway,
you,
we're
lovely
like
bastard.
we're like 3 minutes of this episode left. Uh, yeah.
No,
So,
I think I'm at marker 15, so I think we're better.
I mean, we don't have, like I already said, he switched over to Hurricane Slash to defeat it. We don't have a
Yeah,
whole lot
Oh
left in
shit,
the
I'm
episode.
behind.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
we're basically at the point now.
I
We're
gotta say,
seeing the aftermath.
Yep.
can I just go on out here on my little controversial limb and say I dug the blonde wig.
And that's actually a long-standing thing.
Oh really?
That's a super long. That was from this alien. So it's we're calling him Babalu because that's what it was in the subs that we watched. But it also
Yeah,
goes
that's
Bob. It also goes by Babaru too. It just depends on the sub that you.
so this is a recurring character
Uh,
throughout
he's
different
been
Ultraman.
he originated in Ultraman Leo. So
All right, I
back
gotta do my
in
terrible
Is it
accent.
literally the same? Is it literally the same person, or is it like a
same
different?
different like member of the
species?
same species.
Oh,
But
okay,
yeah,
so it's like a different Ultraman.
Yeah, this guy was this species was introduced in either 74 or 75.
Okay.
So this design has been around since the 70s.
I'm not
So
gonna lie. I thought they killed him. I thought he died.
I mean, that would have been understandable. Yeah.
so what? So it's established that Babalu is a shapeshifter,
mm,
and he can grow Piccolo style, Namekian style
yep.
Super Namekian.
Slug
to
style.
yeah, sure. Check out
Mhm,
our other reviews.
yep.
Uh, why are there two size classes only in this universe?
Human
Why
and
could
50
he?
meter.
Why could he not become twice that size, like legendary monster style? Like the size shifts in those movies like it was going out of style. Uh, why? Like if he's a shapeshifter, why is he constrained to the same size as Ultraman even in his more normal form?
Because
I think he's like a Ditto
reasons.
situation.
I think that's just where he tops out at.
And
Like
and it just happens to be the same size that all kaiju top out at, to be like in the same weight class, like we're doing UFC boxing or something.
So that's actually something fun that eventually we're going to get to Ultraman Z, and early on you run into a kaiju that's a third the size of Ultraman.
They had to play with the size aspect at some point, right?
Mhm.
well, that's also something I kind of brought up in
Because
Blazar.
every Ultraman that we've seen, and I think I've seen the pilots, including Rising of 7 Ultraman, 5,
Six
anywhere
or
between 5 and 7, right?
I
So I got
think you're
Ultraman,
at six.
I got Tiga, I got Ginga,
Blazar, this one,
Blazar,
and
Arc,
Rising.
Orb.
Oh yeah, you're at 7. Yeah, yeah,
So
Rising.
yeah, yeah, so like 6 at
No,
least.
you're at 7 because we got the shows that you've watched, the the pilots that you've watched, and the movie. So you're at 7. Yeah.
Yeah. They're all roughly the same size.
Um,
Are
Outwardly
they
it seems
not?
like that. So they kind there's like a sliding scale sort of thing where
Okay.
they all
Is it like the power levels in Dragon Ball?
no, it's like they're giant based on the size of how big buildings are at the time that
The
the
what are?
the buildings. So
Oh,
like
the buildings.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
They
yeah,
they
yeah,
straight up did like the Godzilla level of like adjustment.
yeah.
Like
So
he was 30 or 50 meters tall during the original, and then he kept getting larger and larger as skyscrapers got larger.
yeah, same
Yeah,
for
because like
Ultraman.
the first two Godzilla movies that we watched, like some of the skyscrapers dwarfed Godzilla. And then now if you see Godzilla in like Shin or Legendary or -1, like he's the biggest mofo on the screen.
Well, yeah, that's because he's got thick thighs.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely. Shin had some thick thighs.
Hmm. So like for
Minus
context,
one has some thighs.
I think
Not in his first form. His first form was 1998 style. It was
I'll
awesome.
give you that one.
so. I think the
It's great.
original Ultraman is supposed to be about 40 meters tall,
That
and
seems short.
yeah, well, and like
Isn't that the
whenever
one that is that the one the pilot where they find him in the Pyramid of Light?
no, that's Tiga. I
That's
think
Tiga.
Tiga is supposed like it's so there's a weird thing where like if you see them all next to each other, they're all the same size, but if you
Yeah.
like there's this meme that every now and then gets thrown around on Reddit where it sets them to what their actual heights should be, and like it's such a weird like changing of sizes from one to the next where it's like
Yeah, well that same thing happens with Godzilla.
yep,
You see those like every Godzilla form compared YouTube video.
yep. Anyway, we gotta move this along. So, Juggler
Alex.
gives Don Nostra a bunch of shit for his outdated methods.
Which one is Don Nostra? Don Nostra is the
boss.
head.
Yeah, he's the Mephiles. He's
Yeah,
the one that's always
got it.
sitting.
Got it.
And then
He was the one that was a chair.
Yep. And then he
Yes.
sat down in the chair.
Though I know this is like 15 minutes ago in the conversation. I love that the first hit that the kaiju gets on Ultraman, literally he lands and then before even being able to breathe, just gets smacked by the tail again. Like
Yep.
this kaiju was great. Anyways,
Oh,
we
yeah,
get
no,
back to the
Cherubim's awesome. But yeah,
yeah.
so then Babalu's limping away. Jeddah and the kids come over to thank him, and he like fades out into nothing. And
Yeah,
Guy,
that's where I thought he kind of like.
I love that
died.
he kind of does like a bewitched thing where like he like quirks his jaw instead of like wiggling his nose. I can't do it, but
Yep.
no, okay, well without your hand. But like I don't know, like
Damn hat.
I don't know. I think I'm getting a little bit bothered by how many of our like people that we want to continue to see in this show or that have been a good part of the episode just dematerialize.
Yep. It's happened
Well, that's because
twice
every
in a row.
episode.
Yeah, the twice in the row. My like, if this had happened maybe 4 episodes ago, I'd have gone, "Hey, wait a minute! Didn't that other guy dematerialize?" Whatever. But the fact that it's like back to back, I'm like, well, I want to know what happens to him. Well, we do in this episode. We don't quite in the Merman though.
Yeah.
The mermen are just happy being fish people.
Yeah, that's what they do.
This one is about to become a father.
I mean, he does kind
I
of.
don't know if "father" is the right word.
Yeah,
I don't
he
know.
was smacking up on this lady.
That lady did kind of like him from the look. Like he's a very charming man, and now he's learned to be a good man. So
He
And
literally
he dyed his hair.
literally his entire persona, his power, the thing that made him unique and useful to any entity around him was his ability to be an imposter, his ability to be a chameleon, his ability to adopt the mannerisms of the being that he was interfacing with in order to
So you think he's going to become a human agent spy?
no, I'd like to think that he's actually a good
transforms
person, but
into
he
a
might
fly on the
but he
wall?
might just be hella charming because of all of his training. Is
Yeah.
all that I was saying.
oh no, he's 100% charming because like that's what he needed to be.
Yeah. I just want more of that black and gold tracksuit going on. That was fly. I wish you could pull that off.
Dude, just buy one. Just commit to it.
I can't pull it off, guys.
No, commit
How
to
do you
it.
know
Believe in
until you
yourself.
try it?
Believe in
Believe in
yourself.
the heart of
Parker.
the suit.
I'll show up on the podcast in like 3 weeks with my nice black backdrop with with the gold.
Yep.
And then we're going to tell you, please change. You can't pull it off.
Yep.
I'm just gonna stick to my metal outfit. It'll be fine.
Yeah. So we get Babalu now. He like help out this little kid that trips in the park, and it's sweet because he's a good
It's
person.
adorable. He returns this straw hat to this child.
Oh my God, she's a pirate.
No,
Then
it was a beautiful hat, not
The
quite
straw hat pirate.
It was not a tricorn.
No,
She was a straw hat
Luffy.
pirate. Yeah. This is how Luffy got his start.
Yep. Yeah, and then he does the whole chin thing again.
Well, because he makes eye contact with Jeddah and just like,
Nope.
just in case you didn't realize.
No, he doesn't make eye contact
It's
with
because of
Jeddah.
the hair.
Jeddah doesn't notice him.
No,
He's making eye contact with Guy.
Yeah.
Guy's the
so
one that sees him.
we're Guy in this situation.
Yep. Jeddah doesn't know what happened to Babalu. Guy is the one who's looking at him.
Jedda's thinking about how can I get Guy enslaved again with another burger.
Yeah.
No, I thought Jeddah saw him.
I mean,
No, it was Guy. It was totally Guy.
Yeah, it's Guy. Jeddah does not. Jeddah has no like resolution.
Jeddah just saw a guy with black hair. He's like, my friend had gold hair.
But he doesn't know. He doesn't have any reason to make eye contact with Guy. He doesn't have a relationship with Guy. This makes no sense.
He has a total relationship.
retcon,
They shared the same
retcon.
body at one point.
No, this is retcon.
They literally shared the same body.
No.
You're upset because I'm right and you hate
I'm
it.
upset because you're making no. You're not even saying words. Nothing. It's nonsense coming out of your mouth.
And that was cut out. And you were
And
dubbed.
fresh
No,
edit.
it was just Dub saying, "Yes, you're right," but in my
Yes,
voice
you
just now.
are right. Yeah.
Yeah. No, this was a banger of an episode. Like,
It was great. I enjoy some good character development.
Yep.
Yeah, except for it wasn't with Jeddah at all.
I mean, we still got development for his character. We learned more about the fact that he goes by an assumed name.
He's gonna regress.
No, you informed me of that. That was totally under the radar.
But now you know.
Now
Wait.
I know.
Also,
He's-
is Jeddah wearing a New York shirt this entire time?
Is
Yes.
he wearing a Brooklyn shirt?
Yes, he is.
Oh my god,
no,
he
he's
is. In the very
not.
beginning of this
No,
episode, he's wearing a
not.
New York shirt.
No. No.
Yeah,
Yes.
no, he is.
No.
Under his little vest, it's New York.
No.
I saw it during the credit. I just realized it.
You are full of shit. I'm looking right
No,
now.
go back.
I'm looking. You're
He's-
full of shit.
He has an obsession with like the West. So
No, but he's got like a white shirt under a black vest. But it's unmarked.
No, go to the beginning.
The beginning.
The beginning.
And he's got like an armband, like an it's the something search people armband, but it's very reminiscent of the SS, and I don't appreciate it.
Well, it's a like newscaster thing over there.
Yeah.
Not cool.
Yeah.
How far back? What are you talking about? He's wearing
At the
like two
diner.
shirts the whole episode.
The diner.
The diner? Oh shit.
Yeah, the beginning. I don't understand how he doesn't understand what the beginning means.
Oh, it's the same white shirt. No, it's not the same white shirt.
Yeah.
Show me. That's not a New York shirt.
Yes, it is.
It's totally a New York shirt. Oh fuck. Oh, he just walked outside the diner. It's a New York shirt. What's happening?
Yep.
Oh, Gunhead, will you never leave me alone?
Gunhead is here forever.
I feel like we need to develop like a game in Python that's just a Gunhead game, unlicensed.
No, we can just get the actual one. That really exists.
Oh no!
Both of them.
No!
Both of
There's,
them.
yeah, there's more than one Gunhead game out there.
So what do you think, Josh? Are you ready for next episode's title?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
where it's titled Ultraman Orb Ep 10 English sub.
Yeah, so next episode, Juggler dies.
That's the name on my end.
Yep. Nah, it's next episode, Juggler dies. I really like the next episode. Like, this is a great episode. I love the next episode a lot too, though. Like, the next episode has some really cool stuff with it.
What could possibly happen?
Yeah, so
Nothing.
tune in next time. Yeah, Josh was a little bit annoyed with me when I brought that one up yesterday.
I raise questions.
He's got a sword. How
Yeah.
could he possibly die?
No, he can't die. Can't die until he does something with the curse devil.
You know, he can't die until I give a shit about him. And I don't care.
Fair enough. Tune in next time.
He's not fun yet.
No, he's great. Just wait.
I want
Anyway.
more, so I'm hoping that this is a juggler episode.
Anyway, tune in next time.